your life, you live out of it. And so that usually went into...
You're a pot, your cigarettes? You're a pot, your cigarettes. You're a pot, your cigarettes. Your wine.
My wine, his pot. Anyway, that was the first sign I had that this is different than the previous tours. And we ended the tour sort of disjointed, and I was just in the process of coming to some terms to that because he had sent me an email. He had sent me we were talking business. That's what happened. Because we had this film for R40 to deal with, and at the last show we never really said goodbye. We never really talked about it. It just sort of ended, and we were all left with, well, there's an elephant in the room here. Will we ever do this again? And so when I was listening back to his drum solo during the mix of the R40 video, I realized what a fucking great drum solo was. Like just one of the great drum solos. So I sent him a note. Yeah. And I listen to it every fucking night. So I sent him a note saying, look, you know, which night did you choose for that drum solo? Because it's mind-blowing. And it was like that one email opened a floodgate of things, and he started writing to me about how important it is for him to be the librarian at his daughter's school.
Yeah.
And all this stuff, and I suddenly felt like, what kind of a friend am I that I would resent this man having a chance for a second family, right? So instantly, any resentment I felt about the tour ending was gone. And I felt better about things, and I was starting to get prepared to move on. And I was in England when I got this email from him at the same time. He sent an email to Alex, myself, our manager, all telling us about his brain tumor. And it was just devastating. So what was resentment dissipated, and then all of a sudden we got this horrible news. So what do? You know, so we went to him as fast as we could, as soon as we could, but he was just dealing with it, and he wasn't really talking about it. When we finally did get together, he shared his thoughts about it, and you know him, he wasn't one to go on about things. He used to say, mustn't grumble. You can hear him saying it, right? Mustn't grumble. And he said, look, he didn't want anyone to know about it.
Yeah.
And he was adamant that no one should know he's ill. And he was originally diagnosed with 18 months, maybe, and he lived 3.5 years. So that was amazing because, you know, he was a bull of a guy. He fought it really hard. He fought it pretty hard, but it was, I have to tell you, it was really hard to keep that secret. It was terrible in a way, because he had a lot of friends that he didn't tell, or people that, musicians, and word would start to leak out that maybe something's wrong. And they would ask you, you know, how's Neil? You know, leading question.
Right.
And you just have to bullshit your way through it and say,
like
change the subject. Yeah, he's fine, he's good. So that was odd, and it created a lot of inner turmoil, inner conflict with us. But in the end, it was what he wished. And
I can understand knowing him, like I just reading the book, I had a lot of respect for the fact he made that decision, because he had a few years of just being a normal dad and saying, Monica, you know what I mean? It's like, and how beautiful, like that's what he wanted, and he wanted to not have that, having to perform.
Exactly,
yeah.
But he got cheated.
He really did. Yeah. Well, all right. So let's